Hi everyone. We're transplanting the blackberries.
Again.
Now if you remember, we moved all the blackberries that were right here for our phase 2 deck expansion. We've got some extra plants. However, in the meantime, we laid down gravel, laid down landscape fabric to kind of finish the spot off, and then we got the brilliant idea to transplant some blackberries back so we have a nice green splash of color here.
Yes, this is backwards, but we know that. We're going with it. Let's get busy.
It's going to be a little bit more work, so we better get going. Now we have about 20 extra blackberry plants and we only have room for 4 or 5 up there. Thankfully, they're in our little shorty smart pot here. So we're just going to move the whole thing.
Ready?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I love our smart pot handles. They're beautiful.
Makes it so easy to move them exactly where we need them. We got our work cut out for us. First, we have to remove the gravel, put it in 5-gallon buckets, and then remove the landscape fabric so we can dig the holes for the blackberries. We have our gravel and our landscape fabric removed. Now it's time to dig the holes for our blackberry plants. So I'm going to space my blackberry plants about 2.5 feet apart here so they have lots of room to grow. So I'm going to mark the spot with a little stick so we know where to dig our holes.
Now Kim and I are going to be using augers made by Power Planters. This is a 7-inch auger, cordless drill, makes the job so much easier. We use them to take the blackberries out as well. We're going to use them now to put the blackberries back in again.
And you can head to powerplanters.com. They've got a great training video on how to use them, and the link will be in the video description. All right, Jerry, let's get busy.
All right.
And the cool thing is this auger comes free in our February Radiant Red Veggies Grow Your Groceries Connect Plus subscription box. So head over to CaliKimGardeningHome.com, pick one up, you get $20 off your first month subscription with the code CONNECT. See you there. Another thing smart pots are great for is when you got to move soil from point A to point B. The handles make it super easy, and they're very sturdy too. We have our 4 holes dug, and that power planter really made quick work of it. It was really nice to use a power tool instead of a shovel to dig this hard packed soil. It's pretty muddy, but it is ready for planting. Now I'm going to add the good stuff to the planting hole so we can get our blackberries in. Got some of my homemade compost, some of the Vermistera worm castings to bring in all the extra worms and make our plants really healthy. Going to add some organic granular fertilizer, and to top it off, I'm going to add some of Monterey's Dr. Iron. Now we did this in our raised bed video a few weeks ago. Loving the iron, really greens up the foliage and makes all the other nutrients work together and really kickstarts the production of chlorophyll, which helps turns the sunlight's rays into energy for my blackberries. So we want a lot of blackberries next summer. Monterey's Dr. Iron has a higher concentration of nutrients than other iron products out there, so you don't need much here. A little bit goes a long way. Just putting about 1 teaspoon in each planting hole. Gonna give it a good mix, and we're ready to get our blackberries in. All right, the best part now, Jerry, it's planting time.
Let's get them.
Blackberries were just transplanted a few months ago. The soil's nice and loose in here. They're super easy to pull out of the smart pot. And we're just gonna put one in each hole.
I thought there'd be more roots.
Yeah, I do too. These are actually in the dormant state right now. And you do want to transplant blackberries when they're dormant. So it's one reason why we really want to make sure we're doing them now. Before it gets warmer, they start to leaf out. Their roots will get established before spring, and they'll burst into life once the warm weather hits. So we're going to transplant them just about at root level here. Cover up with a little more compost. We're going to backfill. We'll add in some drip. Then we'll be ready to put the finishing touches with the landscape fabric and the gravel. Blackberries planted. Now I'm just going to install a drip line. I'm tying in here to my 1/2-inch supply line here. I'm just going to wrap this 1/4-inch line with drip emitters around each plant so it has plenty of water to produce lots of yummy blackberries. We have the drip laid down. Now it's time to put the landscape fabric back into place and cover it again with gravel for the finishing touch. So what I'm going to do is just cut a slit here in the landscape fabric to fit it around the blackberry bush.
Perfect.
Right. Now we do want to do this for phase 3 of the deck, so definitely stay tuned for that. And for that one, we'll do it in the right order, planting the blackberries first and then putting the icing on the cake with the landscape fabric and the gravel. Staple the landscape fabric into place. Landscape fabric laid down, now it's time to dump and spread the gravel. Well, Jerry, we've come full circle.
Yep.
Took the blackberries out, built the deck, and now they're back again.
Welcome home, blackberries.
Now I know they don't look like much yet, but before you know it, the weather will warm up, spring will hit, They'll start leafing out and we'll have a lot of blackberries again. I can't wait. Now don't forget to head over to CaliKimGardeningHome.com. Grab our February Radiant Red Veggies, Grow Your Groceries with CaliKim Connect Plus box. It's our new box. You get the free Power Planter auger in that and $20 off your first month with the code CONNECT.
I tell you, these really made the tough job a lot easier.
It sure did. We'll also link up to all the other products we use in the video description. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.